This is from the article 4 Questions to Consider Before Deciding to Keep Your Marital Home by Jeff Landers. And to read his full article, you can click here or just click below in the video description. Financially speaking, divorce is all about dividing assets and debt. And for many couples, their primary residence is the single largest asset they have to divide. The marital residence also carries significant symbolic and cultural weight. There is an unspoken notion that getting the marital residence as part of a divorce settlement represents a sort of triumph, and that the spouse who moves out appears in some ways to have lost. It's no wonder that many report that who gets to keep the house is among the first questions raised by friends and acquaintances upon hearing news of an impending divorce. Acting on feelings rather than on thoughtful analysis of the value and cost of retaining the property, however, could lead to a decision you may come to regret. Here are 4 key questions, then, to ask when thinking financially about how to handle the marital residence in divorce. Number 1, will you be able to refinance the mortgage? Number 2, can you afford the real cost of owning the marital home? Number 3, what is the housing market like in your area? And 4, what are the tax implications? All right, now will you be able to afford and refinance the mortgage? If you're going to keep the house, your spouse will almost certainly want his or her name off the mortgage, if there is one. You will have to meet federal requirements concerning your debt-to-income ratio. Critical to this calculation is this. Consider that alimony and child support are not counted as reliable income until they've been received for at least 12 months. And if you have a jumbo mortgage, which is defined in most markets as $417,000, if that's involved, the challenges are even more significant. Number 2, can you afford the real cost of owning the marital home? What will it cost you to own the property? There are many expenses to consider, and some of those would include the following: property taxes, homeowner's insurance, maintenance and repairs, improvements, and furnishings. None of these expenses will get less expensive over time. If your income won't keep up, a more modest property may be a better fit, and likely will be. If your children are older, for example, how much longer will you need 3 or 4 bedrooms? Keep that in mind. Number 3, what is the housing market like in your area? A home's value is only fully accessible to you if and when you sell it. It's important to consider what the housing market conditions are where the property is located. Real estate appraisers and even real estate agents can help you better understand your local market. Use them. No matter how rosy the outlook, there are no guarantees your house will retain or go up in value, as the last few years have shown. Number 4, what are the tax implications? If you sell your house for more than you paid for it, plus any capital improvements you might have made to the house while you lived there, you may have a significant capital gain even after you subtract the $250,000 exclusion as a single person for tax purposes. You'll need to pay both state and federal taxes on that gain. And remember, capital gain taxes are on the rise. The federal maximum was raised in 2013 from 15% to 23.5%, and there have been proposals in 2015 to raise it to as much as 28%. If you approach the decision of whether to keep the marital home through the lens of critical questions like these, you might conclude that you're in excellent shape to meet the challenges of hanging on to your home, and that furthermore, it's what you really want to do with your money. However, it's also possible you'll come to see that hanging on to the property might not be your wisest option.